Hello Pisces, my name is Addison. Thank you for joining me here at Leaping Lotus Tarot. Hit like and subscribe if you enjoy this message. I really enjoy hearing from you guys in the comments. I love knowing if this message is for you. Please only take the messages that resonate for you and leave what doesn't for somebody else. Masculine and feminine energies are interchangeable. Take a deep breath for me, please. Let's dive into the Pisces reading. Okay. We have the Ten of Pentacles that came out sort of sideways. We have the Seven of Swords. We got that fox energy, a little bit of deceit and trickery here. We also have the Ace of Wands. This is a new deck. I'm super excited to use it. These are gorgeous cards. It's called the Every Little Thing Tarot. And what's really cool about the court cards in this is that they have a slightly different name. We've got the Apprentice, the Champion, the Oracle, and the Elder for the Page, Knight, King, and Queen. And so I may have a slightly different interpretation of these messages based upon this particular tarot deck's interpretation of those court cards. And then what's also cool too about the major arcana is that they have like the quartz and stuff like that, or whatever, hematite, labradorite, you know, all the different types of crystals and stuff. And they also have mood music that they recommend, scents that they recommend to kind of represent or embody these particular major arcana cards. So I may not pull as many cards this reading just because I want to kind of have that extra flavor of things. So let's just talk about these real quick. We don't have any major arcana here, so let's just start with this. Somebody wants happiness, just like everybody, right? Ten of Pentacles. Somebody wants wish fulfillment. We have a beautiful, looks like kind of like a, it looks like castle, it looks like some sort of European country, but there's also mushrooms here. It just feels like somebody, also this Ace of Wands as well, kind of looks like almost like a fiery mushroom, right? So maybe somebody has used substances like that to help bring them to the enlightened path. But this just feels like something is standing in the way of their Ten of Pentacles since it came out sideways. And I'm thinking it's this little sly fox, right? This trickery sort of behavior. So, but the Ace of Wands though, this is the new passion. This is the divine coming down and offering to whoever this particular path that leads to happiness. So we need to definitely get some clarification for that Seven of Swords, because that seems like the only inhibiting thing from this Ten of Pentacles. So why do we have the Seven of Swords here? Why is there the Seven of Swords here? We have the Five of Swords, but it kind of came out in reverse. That's very interesting. We've got a snake here. There's also some lightning going on in like a desert scenario. The typical Rider-Waite depiction of the Five of Swords is, it's like somebody kind of, other people dropping their swords and leaving them on the beach, and this guy's looking back over his shoulder and kind of thinking he has to embark on this journey himself, or he has to do this himself. He doesn't have people, he doesn't have backup. And it's in reverse. And so for clarity of the Seven of Swords, somebody may be under the impression that they don't have backup or that they're doing this alone. But I don't think that's true. And it's in reverse. I still need more clarity because there's... Tell me more. Okay, we have the Nine of Cups in reverse. This is number 44 here in this. Ten of Wands, more lightning. Nine of Wands, lots of fire energy coming through in this reading. Whatever this is, somebody's very tired. They're having to like hide from a storm. I'm not sure that they're wanting to address the storm. They don't want to be addressing the storm, but they have been addressing the storm. That's kind of the problem, is that they feel like this shouldn't be something they have to deal with. I think that's the energy of this with that Five of Swords too. This is an energy that they feel like they shouldn't having to be dealing with. It's not bringing them their happiness, right? Yeah. Maybe they felt unappreciated too, because the Nine of Cups upright is like gratitude and feeling really happy and appreciated, and like they appreciate what they have, and so this just feels like somebody maybe took advantage of them. Tell me about the Ace of Wands, like what the new potential is in this. What's the Ace of Wands that could lead to that Ten of Pentacles, that happiness? Tell me about the Ace of Wands here, please. By the way, this was the crystal I used to clear the deck today. It's a beautiful blue one. Not sure what it is. Ace of Swords. Wow, more mushrooms here and a butterfly. Butterfly could be representative of Virgo. I've heard that before. The divine is really trying to help somebody get clear here. If they felt unappreciated before, that they weren't able to move towards what they wanted to before, the divine's like, here, I want to help give you some clarity. Like, let me help you. Let me be your backup, right? Let me be your support. Tell me more about the Ace of Swords. Tell me about how this divine wants to support in this situation. Temperance upright, Three of Swords in reverse. Yeah, heartbreak energy, but it's in reverse, so that's really good. So whatever somebody felt like with that Seven of Swords, that was that deception, that trickery, that fox, they are moving out of that. That's the past energy. This is not a current thing going on. Could be dealing with the Sagittarius fire energy here. We've had a lot of fire come through this reading. It could also just be speaking to balance, all that pain, all that stuff that you felt like you didn't have to be dealing with, that you felt kind of left behind, or yeah, just the heartbreak, the tired energy, that I shouldn't having to be dealing with this. The universe wants to come forward and help you bring it back into balance. They want to fill your emotional cup. And I say they, your spirit guides, higher self, the universe wants to fill you back up, because you've been depleted through this. You're tired. We had the Wounded Warrior come through with that Nine of Wands, right? And the Ten of Wands. It's just a lot of burdens and heaviness to carry. And the universe wants to come through and like lighten your load somehow by bringing you back into balance and helping heal your heart from the pain that situation caused. Tell me more about how the universe will help lighten your burdens. Oh, we had the Seven of Swords come out again. I dropped 2 cards on the ground. Let me see what those are. Okay, I've been shuffling this deck, but we still are getting repeat cards out. That Ace of Swords came out again, and the Five of Swords came out in reverse again. You could be releasing the person, potentially, that hurt you. Spirit, is this a person? Is this a job? What is this thing that might have to be released, potentially, in order to receive the blessings and abundance from the universe? Is this a person? Can we get more information? Five of Wands in reverse. Immediately my impression of this is like vying for someone's attention, battling for someone's attention. You're not going to have to be trying to win over somebody's attention anymore. You're not going to have to try to keep them focused on you. You can focus on yourself. Eight of Pentacles. These beavers are working hard. You might have to, maybe you will get a new job. You'll get the notoriety you deserve. Tell me more about this Eight of Pentacles. Tell me more about like the notoriety or the attention or the Seven of Swords. Okay, tell me what the Seven of Swords is. It keeps coming out. What do we need to... Five of Pentacles. I think that even though this is the past, I think somebody still is letting it keep them from where they need to go with things. They feel like things are broken, like irretrievably broken, left out in the cold, abandoned. Tell me more about the Five of Pentacles, like why we have to keep focusing on how this hurt. The Emperor. It could just be to the fact that you could view the person who did this to you as your Emperor. Somebody who hurt you in this way, though, doesn't really seem like Emperor energy. You know, when I said you might be dealing with the Temperance, Sagittarius energy, Emperor is Aries energy, so it may just be a fire sign in general. Could be a Leo. We haven't really seen any Leo energy come through though. Take how it resonates. But this Emperor could be somebody else trying to come in to heal that left behind energy. The universe could be trying to come in and heal you with an Emperor. So tell me more about the Emperor. Six of Pentacles, but it's in reverse. Again, sort of the imagery of dogs fighting over the sticks, like we had in the Five of Wands in reverse. So Six of Pentacles speaks to like equal give and take. It speaks to like generosity, giving to those less fortunate. But it's in reverse, so it kind of makes me feel like somebody needs to give to themselves. Quit battling with other dogs over attention and over a stick. You know, give the attention to yourself. Give yourself the attention you deserve. Apprentice of Pentacles. Start a new beginning of, you know, this is Page of Pentacles. So this is like start over. Find a new path. Become a master of a new craft. And that Eight of Pentacles, right? It's like start a new job, start a new path that can bring you that fulfillment. I still like we need to know more about the Emperor. Maybe the Emperor doesn't represent a person. Maybe the Emperor represents an energy that you need to embody as far as loving yourself and seeing yourself as worthy. Give me a little more clarity about the Emperor, please. Three of Swords in reverse again. Yeah, just moving out of heartbreak. And then we have Oracle of Wands. I think this is Queen of Wands. And now we have some, so now we have the Lions here. So there could be an alluding there to Leo energy. We also have a big old butterfly right in the center. So this is somebody, so what's interesting about the Oracle in this particular tarot is that it speaks to souls that have journeyed through life, gone to the other side, and are ready to reincarnate and come back and live life again through the lessons they've learned. So this could be speaking to a karmic cycle. Again, with the butterfly is like a rebirth, right? It's coming out of the chrysalis. It's coming out of an old version of the self and being able to embrace a new version of the self through hard work and lessons, self-perseverance. Tell me more about the Oracle of Wands. Oracle of Swords in reverse. Yeah, getting out of your head and moving into more into your heart, more into what you're passionate about, more into what really sets your soul on fire. It's not all about the heartbreak and the sword energy and being in your head and being tired like we had with those 9 of Wands and 10 of Wands. It's about finding your path and your purpose. We have not really had very many major arcana cards. Let me go ahead and pull up Temperance, because that was one that we had. And I want to see what comes here with Temperance. We've got Copper, Alchemy, Transformation, and Renewal. The mood music would be Lost Ageless by St. Vincent. And the censer would be Clothes Coated in Bonfire Smoke. Number 14, Chaos, Retribution, Alignment. Takes trust, pause, and deep balance. There could be something relevant to you about that bonfire energy. Maybe you'll meet somebody at a bonfire. Apprentice of Pentacles again. I feel like this is you. I feel like this is where you're trying to go and what you're trying to embody. Tell me more about the future. What's unseen? What's unseen? Justice. Libra energy, number 11. Let's go ahead and read about Justice real quick. Divinity. Equality, clarity. Jasper is the stone. Emotional regulation, nurturing, and wholeness. The mood music is We Shall Overcome by Louis Armstrong. And the scents are inky documents and incense. Justice is the card of truth. It is what has driven you lately. If that which has driven you lately doesn't feel restorative or authentic, prepare for accountability. If you're waiting for justice to be served, this is a sign that your challenges are concluding. It's also a reminder that in any battle, both parties' problems are valid and both must take accountability. Do you trust your decisions? Are you willing to accept the consequences? Can you own your part and release it? Dig deep to find security in your choices. Yeah, there's definitely emotional regulation here with that pain that you've gone through and trying to embrace a new path. So what you don't see coming is that even though there could be a new path that comes before you, there's still a sort of, oh, this is interesting too. The imagery on this card is, we had a light just go out. The seraphim, I think that might be a, I think the seraphim, I think is what that angel is in this justice depiction here. Look up a seraphim. Any final messages from the tarot? 9 of Cups, but now it's in the upright. So this is you, number 44 by the way, this is you feeling better about things. Feeling grateful that for whatever this new thing that you're moving into to heal from this is. Realizing that there is still healing that will come from it, but just feeling grateful that you're in a new situation is really what it feels like. You're just like, okay, so you can take a deep breath for once and like that was so tiring, like I feel like I'm able to finally catch my breath. Like it's still gonna be hard work, like we have the 8 of Pentacles, but now it's like something new and you can feel the shift with it. Yeah, the Fool card, new journey right there. Elder of Cups in reverse. This is a King of Cups in reverse. We also have the Devil, Capricorn energy. So that kind of reminds me of the Emperor, even though that's Aries. There was a ram on it, which is like the Devil, Capricorn. So the fact that the King of Cups is in reverse, and we have that toxicity sort of still, or that addictive energy, you may still be caught up in that 3 of Swords situation. You may try to drag that situation out longer than it's meant to be dealt with. You might, basically I think this is saying you might drag that situation into this new beginning, into the Fool's journey. Why is the King of Cups in reverse? Why do we have the toxicity here? I wanted to wrap this up, but I can't leave it on that, right? I can't leave it on that note. Why the Devil and why the Elder of Cups in reverse? What do we need to know about like this addictive energy or something that may be moving into this new journey card with you that you haven't resolved yet? 3 of Cups in reverse. Number 38. Could be a third-party situation. That could have been the cause of the 3 of Swords, the heartbreak. That could have been why you felt like you weren't being valued. They could have been talking to somebody else, spreading their emotions through multiple people. That's sometimes what the 3 of Cups could represent. That could make sense why there's a little toxicity there. Is that person going to stop doing that? Are they going to stop doing that? 6 of Wands in reverse. It's kind of a tricky card because 6 of Wands upright is like ego and pride and success, which would mean like, you know, they triumphed over their troubles, but we have it in reverse, so you could interpret it as they will not triumph, or you can interpret it as they have let go of their ego, and the ego might have been the person who was doing those actions in the first place, a very egoic person trying to get emotional fulfillment from somebody else. The Hermit in reverse, Virgo energy in reverse. What is the advice, please, from Spirit about this person? Can they come with you into your new path? And if they do, will it be resulting in healing? Can it be healed from? 4 of Cups in reversed. Yeah, the pain can definitely lessen, but is this a good match for you? Is this a good match for you? 8 of Swords. The Lioness is caged and trapped here. Oh my gosh, that's like the Queen of Wands energy we had come out earlier. I think this situation is only going to trap you. 9 of Cups. I think the universe is saying you might have to let it go. Can I have validation, please, from the universe if this is saying that you need to let this go as you move into the Star, Aquarius energy. Let's read the Star here in the Major Arcana, but yeah, I think with this eye here reminds me of the Seraphim again. I think the universe sees you right now. I think you are not alone. You are seen. You are supported. Don't cage yourself, though. Don't tie yourself to things that are lower than your vibrational level and not going to serve you in the long run. Don't hold on to things out of convenience. Release the things that no longer serve you so that you can become the star energy, so that you can be the best version of yourself, so you can shine your brightest. I'm trying to find that card here. It's number 17. I guess I should just look at that. There we go. The Star. Visions by Jose Gonzalez. Celestite, supernatural guidance, insight, and meditation. It looks like a blue crystal here, and I'm not sure this is that one, but it's just interesting. The sense would be slick vinyl boots and sun-warmed desert rocks. Harmony, balance, and celestial inspiration. Even on the darkest nights, there is a shimmer of light in the sky. They are not always easy to see or feel, but the stars remain steady and glittering. Within them, there is hope and peace to be found. Pause and look beyond whatever is clouding your connection to your higher self. Now is the time to listen to your inner voice, the calming heavenly space where clarity abounds. There is no need for action. Now is the time for revelry and hope and wonder, a peace found in unknowing. Rest under the light of the stars. You may be finding yourself calling out to the universe, asking, what now? Where do I go from here? Trust that this period is simply clarifying that pursuit of new purpose is necessary. Seek new inspiration, something you've never considered before. So I love that this is not forcing you to make a big change right now or telling you to act. It's telling you to surrender. It's telling you that your highest path and purpose is coming towards you, to accept it as it makes itself known to you, and just trust and surrender to the process. Try not to rush into any decisions. Try not to focus on the pain of the past. Keep focusing towards this new beginning and your new potential, and everything will work out. So trust in the universe, trust in yourself, and all will be well. And I hope you will be well. Please join me here again on the next reading, and we will see you next time.